Miss Budzinski here again with Chapter 6 of Junie B. Jones's Not a Crook. Last chapter, Chapter 5, we read Junie B found something that wasn't hers, and she kept it. She put it in her pocket instead of taking it to the lost and found. I'm very disappointed in Miss Junie B. But let's see what happens. Let's see if she keeps it. Maybe she turns it around and she takes it down. She does the right thing. Chapter 6 is called My Grandpa's Wallet. I kept the pen in my pocket the whole rest of the day. I didn't want people to see it, or else they might tattletale to Mrs., and she would make me take it to the lost and found. I behaved myself very good because I didn't want to attract attention. That's why. I kept my hand in my pocket so my pen would not fall out. Also, I kept thinking about my mittens because I still miss those furry guys. I put my head down on the table. Maybe my Grandpa Miller might buy me some more furry mittens, I whispered, because that would be a perfect solution, I think. I raised up my head. Hey, yeah, then I would have wonderful new mittens plus a wonderful new pen. And so what more can a girl ask for? That's what I'd like to know. I sat up in my chair and tapped on Lucille. Guess what, Lucille? Maybe my Grandpa Frank Miller might buy me some new mittens, and then all my troubles will be over. Lucille said, whoop-de-doo for me. I know it is whoop-de-doo, I said, real thrilled. And so thank you for your support. After school, me and my bestest friend named Grace rode the bus together. I run home from my corner like a speedy bullet. My Grandpa Frank Miller was babysitting my brother Ollie. Grandpa Frank Miller, we gotta go to the mitten store. We gotta go to the mitten store, I hollered real loud. And we've got a picture of Junie B and Grandpa Frank Miller, and then her little baby brother Ollie. Oh, look at him. He's getting big since the last story we read. Grandpa Frank Miller was in the living room, rocking Ollie. He looked funny at me. Go where? He asked. To the mitten store. To the mitten store. We gotta go to the mitten store. I pulled up his hand. Get up. Let's get a wiggle on. Grandpa Miller looked confused at me, and that's how come I had to sit down, and I told him what happened at school. Someone stole my mittens, I said. They stole them while I was being brownie, and I didn't even know there were crooks at that place. Grandpa Frank Miller shook his head very sad. I guess you can find crooks almost anywhere, honey, he said. I know it, I told him. That's how come I'm never going to see those furry guys again, and so you and me have to go to the mitten store. I felt in his back pocket, and then I danced around real thrilled. Hooray, I shouted, hooray for your big fat wallet, 'cause you got cash in there, right, Grandpa, right? Grandpa Miller laughed. Yes, I do. I've got cash all right, he said, but I'm afraid I won't be able to buy you more mittens. The mittens I bought were the only furry ones they had left. I bought the very last pair. Just then, all the happy went right out of me, 'cause I didn't actually count on this terrible development. Yeah, only we have to, Grandpa. We have to buy more furry mittens, or else what will I even do? Grandpa Miller ruffled my hair. Did you look in the lost and found at school, he asked. I did a sad breath. Yeah, only that dumb thing doesn't work that good, 'cause people don't always turn stuff in. I patted my new pen in my pocket. Trust me on this, I said real soft. Sounds like she's talking about herself. Well, your mittens could still turn up, he said. Folks will surprise you sometimes. Then he told me a story about his wallet. A few years ago, I lost my wallet at the mall. I was sure I would never see it again, he said. I bobbed my head up and down. I know it. That's because finders, keepers, losers, weepers, I said. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers is the rule, right, Grandpa? Grandpa Miller smiled. Well, it might be the rule for some people, he said, but luckily it's not the rule for everyone, because the very next day, when I went out to get my mail, there it was. My wallet was sitting right smack in the middle of my mailbox, and not one single penny was missing. His eyes looked happy and sparkly. Can you imagine that, little girl, he asked. Someone had the chance to take everything in my wallet, but instead they drove all the way to my house, and they put it in my mailbox. Just then, he reached in his back pocket and pulled out his wallet. Look what I would have lost if they hadn't returned it, he said. He took a picture out of his wallet and handed it to me. It's you and a baby, I said. But that's not just any baby, he said. That's you, Junie B. That's a picture of the very first time I ever held you. We got Grandpa Miller, Sleepy Ollie now. And there's Junie B. And look at the picture. Let's get real close in there and see. Oh, look at, we can see little baby Junie B. He took the picture back and stared at it. Nicest thing a stranger ever did for me, bringing this picture back, he whispered real soft. Then he leaned over again and he kissed me on my head. That's the end of chapter 6. Ooh, so Grandpa Frank Miller really gave Junie something to think about, didn't he? If that person hadn't returned his wallet, he would have lost that picture forever. And how do you think he would have felt? Probably sad, right? So how do you think the person who's missing their pen feels? Probably really sad. I wonder if Junie B's going to do the right thing. Would you do the right thing? Would you take the pen back? I sure hope so. Well, friends, that was chapter 6. Chapter 7 is called The Pink Fluffy Girl, and we will read that next time. I miss you all very much. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.